He is a man of the people, an ageless millionaire who will forever be endowed in the Entrepreneurial Hall of Fame if they ever make one. Warren Buffett has been doing this his whole life. He's been grinding, and ultimately I don't see this grind ever stopping. It's awesome to see people like this who stay at it for years and years and years. Another one is Donald Trump, which we probably will be talking about more, talking about his presidential campaign and a lot of his political and business tips. But for now, we're going to be talking and going over today on today's video, the Warren Buffett top 10 tips. And you guys are going to be shocked at some of these you see. They're very shocking, but they helped him get to the point where he is a multi-billionaire, literally almost in the 100 billion club. And I believe he's already achieved that once in his lifetime. But, like the old saying goes, you have to spend money to make money. So let's go ahead and send this video into full throttle. Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Here we go. We're going to be talking about the Warren Buffett top 10 tips today. But before the video loads up, I know you guys are good at this, but I always got to say this just to make sure some of the newbies here know what's going on. Make sure to like the video, go ahead and subscribe, and comment down below saying you subscribed. That way, you could be entered in this month's subscriber giveaway where we shout out one lucky viewer who subscribes, comments down below saying they subscribed, and turns our post bell notifications on. Guys, we have been reaching a lot of our like goals, so I'm going to set a pretty tough one today. If we can meet this, that means y'all rock with me. If not, I know y'all still rock with me, man. You guys can't do 150 likes. I don't know if you can, but that's our like goal today, 150 likes. If we can reach that, that'd be awesome. If not, you guys, I'm going to go home and delete all of your Xbox or PS4 accounts. That's right, your Xbox and PS4 account is going to be hacked if we don't reach the 150, like goal. So make sure to smack a huge thumbs up on today's video. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Warren Buffett top 10 tips. Our first tip is a pretty bland and obvious one, but never lose money. Warren Buffett's number one piece of advice for this past year is one he follows as closely as he can. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. The rule applies readily to investing. If you're working from a loss, it's much harder to get back to where you started, let alone earn gains. So if you're in the investing game like me and everything else around it doesn't really matter besides how your investments do in stocks, whether they rise or fall, you have to pay close attention to them, at least I'd say 30 minutes to an hour every day. If you kind of go to it day by day, it's going to decrease at a high value. So with that being said, it's also very important to look behind your shoulder whenever you're doing this type of stuff and look at the people surrounding you. If you don't watch carefully for the snakes in the background who are always trying to get a piece of your profit, you guys will end up learning very quickly that these people don't want the best for you. They want the best from you. And what I mean by that is not, your best work ethic, seeing you happy, all that stuff. No, they want your best investments for themselves. So if they could lead you onto a bad stock, or if you're a business owner and tell you to buy a certain amount of product, knowing that it's going to fail and they're going to get a majority of the business, something to that extent, that way they can go ahead and take a lot of your profit. It's definitely not worth it, and you definitely got to watch who you're hanging out with, because the people you surround yourself with ultimately can be the people who put you in your grave. Unfortunately, that's how life works. Sometimes people really aren't in it for your best interest, and you have to understand that and learn that from a focal point. Even if you piss some people off along the way, it's better to know that now before it's too late. Next, we have get high value at a low price. Never lose money is an even smarter rule when paired with another Buffett principle. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get, Buffett wrote back in 2008 in Berkshire Hathaway's shareholder letter. Losing money can happen when the price you're paying doesn't match the value you're getting, like when you're paying high interest on credit card debt or spending on items you rarely use. Instead, be like Buffett and practice frugality by looking for opportunities to get more value at a lower price. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down, Buffett wrote. So, for all of you guys who shop at Costco, Sam's Club, you guys are on the right path to success. It's always better to buy something for cheaper, even when it is maybe not the most popular thing. Say a pair of shoes. A pair of good Jordans will set you back $400, $500. But you can literally go into Payless, get a good looking pair of basketball or tennis shoes for literally 10 times less than that price. It's amazing, but they're going to do the same thing. They're going to hold up. Obviously, you may get made fun of, but the value of it is the same difference between the value and the principality of it. You have to understand that from a young age. The problem with today's society is people want what's in. They want to fit in. And if they fit in, they're considered part of society. That's not necessarily the case. If we're talking about fitting in, then Buffett easily doesn't fit in. Dude's a billionaire when over 99.9% of this world doesn't even have $1 million to their name. So, in a way, it's good not to fit in even when you're different, because people understand that. Like me, for example, I've always been an indifferent type of person. I've never really wore, the same clothes as people. I've never really done the same thing. That's why I do YouTube. And when I first started doing YouTube, a lot of people laughed and made fun of me. But now that, I'm making a good living, I'm bringing you guys awesome videos, and I have people who love watching my content. It's all obviously, a joke on them. They're working the same 9-to-5 job, just getting by in life. While in reality, those type of people, the people who do music, the baseball players, football players, even though a lot of people may find that cool, some other people don't. And they're different because they chose to grind different. And honestly, if you want to make it to that type of success level, you have to be willing to sacrifice a lot. Lastly, we have form healthy money habits. Most behavioral is habitual, Buffett said in 2007 address at the University of Florida graduation. And they say that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Let that sink in. And they say the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Habits are changeable, but the earlier you start, the better. I think, he says, the biggest mistake is not learning the habits of saving properly early, because a habit is a habit. And saving is a habit, Buffett said. Pay attention to your money habits and work to strengthen those to help your finances and break those that hurt your finances. So pretty much cutting off a dead chain ultimately to save a lot more money than you would. It's very important you do this, guys. If you don't learn these type of values early, you could be in great debt. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I'm going to keep bringing you guys videos every Monday and Tuesday. Guys, this is JT signing off. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, see you guys later.